Hello, this is Miss Bryant, your friendly counselor, and I am back again. And I don't have a book this time either. I know usually I have a book. Last time I spoke with you, I did not have a book, and today I don't have a book. But I want to talk to you today about bullying. About bullying. We have talked about mental health awareness, and also I will talk about other topics. So today I want to talk about bullying. First, I want to say that bullying is a pattern of behavior. That means it happens more than one time. It doesn't happen just one time. If it happens one time, it is exactly what happened. That person pushed me, or that person was teasing me. You describe the exact behavior. But if it happens one time, you've asked the person to stop, and then maybe the next day it happens again, and you continue to ask the person to stop, then they're starting to form a pattern. So if that pattern happens, then you need to make sure you tell three about me. And that rule is tell three adults, three different places until it stops. So, this bullying thing, what is bullying? Well, bullying is first an imbalance of power. That means one person feels more powerful than the other, or one person feels a lot less powerful, or intimidated, or afraid of that person. That's what bullying is. The other thing, too, is there are different components of bullying. There is the person who bullies, who initiates the aggression. There's the person who has been bullied. That means the person that the people are picking on, and they have a pattern, remember, pattern of picking on. And then there are bystanders. So, first, the bully can bully you in different ways. It can be social bullying. That means they can tell people to stay away from you, encourage people to isolate you, to ignore you, not speak to you. There's physical bullying. That means there's some type of physical contact, pushing, kicking, hitting, any kind of physical contact. The next one is verbal bullying. That's language. That's what they're saying to you. Maybe they're cursing at you. Maybe they're teasing you about something that you can't control, or they're teasing you about something you can control, but you just don't like that. Often, verbal bullying is about maybe your weight, maybe your gender, maybe your height, maybe the color of your skin, maybe because you speak with an accent, maybe because you don't speak English, maybe because your family doesn't speak English, maybe because of your culture, things like that. And it's happening. Remember, pattern, it's happening over and over and over. The other type of bullying is cyberbullying. That can happen online, maybe through your phone, or through a laptop, or through your tablet, any device that you use for online communication, and someone is saying some things to you. The same thing, but they're just doing it online. Or maybe they're spreading rumors. That's social bullying, gossiping about you, or those kinds of things like that. And they're just spreading rumors, continuing to say things about you that aren't true, or maybe sharing your personal business, something that maybe at first that person, you thought they were your friend, and then they started sharing things about you that you did not know they were going to share. That can be a pattern of bullying. So, what do we do about those things? I'm going to come back to that. The next role I told you was a bystander. Now, bystanders are people who watch bullying happen. They are not the person who's bullied, and they're not necessarily the person who's being bullied, but they're there when it happens. Now, the most powerful person, though, is an upstander. What is an upstander? And an upstander is someone who decides to help the person who has been bullied. They try to help the person who has been bullied. I'm not saying they jump into a fight. I'm not saying anything like that. how can I help if I'm an upstander? Well, first, if you hear a rumor and somebody is saying something and you know it's not true, an upstander will say, that's not true. That's an upstander. A bystander won't say anything and they may laugh anyway, not because they really think it's funny, but because they're afraid to. So, an upstander is really powerful and courageous. An upstander may, after someone has been physically bullied, they may say to them, I'll walk with you to go tell someone. That's an upstander. Or an upstander might leave the scene of where the bullying is happening and go and tell an adult right away. That is an upstander. An upstander may also leave the group online. If you're in a group chat and people are doing different things that they're not supposed to be doing about someone, or trying to say some things, or sharing inappropriate things, upstander will leave the group and tell an adult. So, if you're being bullied online, what do? That's cyberbullying. Remember, we said that can be through your phone, through your computer, or your tablet. What do? You stop the conversation, you block the person, and you tell an adult. Or, like we said, tell 3 about me. So, with cyberbullying online, you stop, block, and tell. That is what you do for cyberbullying. Don't try to go back and forth with things that are happening. Now, just so you know, bullying, the person being bullied is also hurt. Everybody gets hurt when you watch bullying. The person who's witnessing the bullying, the person who has been bullied, and the bully themselves get hurt. Why do I say that? Well, many times people bully because they don't know how to make friends, they don't know how to have good relationships with people, and they intimidate people. They try to make you believe they have all of this power and you have to do what they say, because they don't think that you might just like them enough to say, hey, you're pretty cool, let's just do this together. They don't understand how to do that, so they need some help too. The other thing is the person who has been bullied needs some help because they are hurt too, either their feelings or maybe physically. They need that help too. And the people who watch often get upset by watching that also. So everybody who's involved gets hurt. Well, what can we do? Well, let's just face reality. The first thing is, if you are the person that has been bullied and you go to any school, they have a student code of conduct. So there will be some consequences for your bullying. There will be consequences for behavior, because all behavior has consequences. It can be positive or negative, but behavior has consequences. So that is the reality, that there will be consequences within your school setting. Now, how can we help the person who is bullying, who's doing the behavior? If families partner with your school, partner with your child's school, and work together, that can help your child to stop bullying. I'm going to say that one more time. Families have to partner with the school to help your child to stop bullying, so we can teach your child social emotional skills and they can learn how to build healthy relationships. That will be a great thing for your child. That's a lifelong skill. Nobody wants to come to school for 6 or 7 hours and feel afraid or feel like they have to intimidate people all day. When you think about it, that's a lot of work, and that's a lot of distraction from learning. When students feel afraid, they do not learn. So the school will never know what your child knows or what other children in your child's class know if bullying is taking place. So we can help our children by, again, families partnering and communicating with your school about the bullying, so we can work together to help your child if your child has been bullied, as well as help the bully to develop more effective social emotional skills. Now, something I do want to talk about, and people feel a little icky when I talk about it. Sometimes bullying happens in families, hmm with siblings, a big brother and a little sister, or a big sister and a little brother. hmm That can happen. And that's when families need to have discussions about that, where everybody is heard. You have a family meeting and you sit everybody down and say, we need to discuss this. And parents need to verbalize, or the adults need to verbalize what's happening, what they think is happening, and what their expectations are. And remember that that's communication. We have to do that. Sometimes our adolescents aren't really responsible enough emotionally to watch our little children. And that's something people don't like to hear, but that's the truth. Why do I say that? They may keep them physically safe. They're not going to let them run out into the street. They're not going to let them leave the house without permission. But they don't have the skills to know how to correct them. And the little brothers or sisters don't listen to them as adults. So it can be kind of both ways. So they may start yelling at them all the time or calling them names when they get frustrated because they don't have the skills, because you have children watching children. So if that's going to happen, we have to give them those skills. And we have to let the little ones know that when I'm out the house, I need you to listen. We have to sit there and have those conversations. Let the expectations be known. So that can happen within families. So the other thing I just wanted to say about bullying is it happens so frequently. It is worldwide. So that's not just something in the United States or just in our children's school. It's all over. So that's why we're talking about it. Today, you notice I have on a shade of orange, and that is because we're going to have Unity Day. And Unity Day is coming up, and students have been asked to wear orange. And Unity Day is about including everyone. Remember, we said bullying can be exclusion, ignoring somebody, not letting them into a certain social circle. Well, Unity Day against bullying. It says we stand together against a bullying. And how do we do that? We are inviting more people to be upstanders. We're inviting more people to accept people who may have learning differences, who may struggle with learning. Maybe they don't know all the words, maybe they don't know all the answers, but they want a friend. So, including everyone, maybe they walk differently. They can't help it. We don't want to make fun of them. So, Unity Day is everybody accepting differences, being kind to each other, and including everyone. So, that's what we want to do. And so, with that in mind, we want to make sure that we stand together, we unite and stand together against bullying, and we try to get help for everybody concerned. So I hope everyone will continue this conversation, either in your classroom, with your family, or if you're watching this in aftercare, or wherever you are watching this. I hope you will watch this more than once. Please share this with someone and make sure that we understand that bullying hurts everyone. And if we don't partner, the adults work together around our children will grow up to have relationship problems because they won't know how to build healthy relationships, which can lead to isolation, which can lead to depression, which can lead to mental health issues. So, one thing we can do is again unite, come together, and to work against bullying and help everyone to be kind to each other, to accept each other, and to include those who are different. And as we say in school, be a buddy and not a bully. Have a great day.